You mentioned the need for improving school infrastructure. Detroit Public Schools Community District, the largest in the state, has a major problem in that area. A recent report showed that about $500 million is needed to upgrade the facilities in the district. But the district is constrained in its ability to borrow money to be able to make those kinds of repairs. You mentioned your plan on dealing with this on a statewide level, but when it comes to Detroit's issues, does Lansing need to do more to help the city of Detroit or help the Detroit School District deal with this problem, or can it at least make it easier for the district to borrow money?
Look, Detroit Public Schools were under emergency management for the past 7 years. And under those 7 years, they nearly doubled the debt and did not solve any of the challenges that the school district faced. I do believe that the state of Michigan has a responsibility to the people of Detroit, and particularly the young people of Detroit, to be able to fix the set of problems that they were in part creating. And I believe that our school infrastructure bank would allow that kind of solution to come forward. Because what happens is, in low-income school districts in particular, you have the lack of property tax revenue that invests in things like school infrastructure specifically. And I used to work with the good folks who oversaw facilities at Detroit Public Schools Community District. And I'll tell you, when we tested every single school for lead, we had some days were not the easiest conversations, but we knew we needed to get it done. But those folks work really hard with almost nothing in terms of the resources that they have, and they're working with older and older buildings every year. Our program, this Pure Michigan Infrastructure Bank, and in particular the school infrastructure sub-bank, would allow our state the means of investing in lower income school districts that do not have the revenue capacity to invest in their school buildings itself. This is the way we need to solve it. And what it does is it leverages the bank aspect of the school infrastructure bank to buy out the number of buildings that already sit in Detroit Public Schools but are not being used, and then redevelop them and then share the money that comes through that back into the school district to allow them to invest. This is a means of using what school districts have but don't need to build what they need but don't have. And that's why we believe that this is such an innovative solution and would really benefit community school districts like Detroit's and many outstate in some of the rural communities that face very similar circumstances but just aren't as big and so don't get the same kind of attention.
Would the school infrastructure bank, when it takes on these properties and then resells them, would it resell them to, say, charter operators or other competitive school operations that would then possibly drain away some of the students?
That's not what we're envisioning. Instead, we're envisioning investing in redevelopment for mixed use. You know, you can imagine both housing, you can imagine retail, you could imagine taking those buildings down and investing in manufacturing spaces, but not just turning them around and flipping them for a charter school. And like I told you, I don't believe in for-profit charter schools, and I would seek to create an off-ramp for every for-profit charter school, which would eliminate the financial incentive that so many charter operators have right now to just building more and more schools that don't really improve the educational capacity of the city or the state.